Hello, welcome to my channel. This is Pawan Kumar. In this session, I will be dealing with OpenCV library in Python, which is one of the important library used in image processing techniques. Now, we quickly move on to this. What is an image processing? The process of performing some of the operations on the image in order to get an enhanced image is an image processing. So image processing is used for identifying the patterns and objects in the image. So to work with the images, we use an OpenCV, that is open source computer vision library. There are many libraries, but OpenCV is most popular and documented library for handling the images. So Python along with OpenCV library is used to identify the patterns, and we can perform image scanning, storage, presentation and communication between the images. So one of the important area of Python OpenCV is in medical image processing, where we can identify the cancer parts in a tissue, that is we can identify the range of the cancer in a tissue, that is from stage 1 to stage 4. So medical imaging refers to a technique of creating a visual representation of interior of a body for clinical analysis and as well as medical intervention. Now, what is an OpenCV? So it is a most widely used computer vision library. As I already said, it is very fast and it is easy to deploy. It is very fast because it comes with a native library of C and C++ and it is very easy to deploy. So we can work images of different resolutions using OpenCV, which are also called as pyramids. So we can even construct a Gaussian and Laplacian pyramid. Using this, we can perform an image blending operation where we can combine the two images of different resolutions with the same shape. For example, we can combine an half part of an apple and half part of an orange using image blending by OpenCV. Now, the agenda is how we load the images and how to load the color image, how we save the image and how we resize the image, and how the images are cropped, how we can perform a blurring in an image, a kernel in image processing, how we sharpen the image, and finally how we enhance the contrast of an image. So I quickly move on to my Jupyter notebook. Yeah. So before working with OpenCV, we have to install the OpenCV using pip install OpenCV and Python. The requirement was already satisfied. I already installed. Now check the version of OpenCV. Now the first case is how we load the images. So in order to load the image, we can get a method called imread. That is, OpenCV will give us a method called imread to load the image. Imread underscore grayscale is a flag which defaultly loads the grayscale image. So first load the libraries CV2, NumPy and as well as Matplotlib. So I have taken a variable called image, which is imread.images of a brain MRI. Here I have taken a brain MRI image which is a cancer affected. Now let me run the code here. Yeah, this is a brain MRI, which is an open source image itself. So here I created a folder called images in Jupyter. That is, whenever you open the Jupyter notebook, go to the option new and select the folder. So in folder, create a folder with a name called images, where the images are going to be stored. So I created a folder called image and I loaded the brain MRI. So I will be highlighting, non-highlighting this, and I will be highlighting the another image. Run the code here. So another image is loaded. So in this way, we can load a grayscale image in OpenCV. Now coming to a loading of a color image, that is, how can we load the color image? Before loading the color image, OpenCV uses BGR, but many image application including Matplotlib uses red, green and blue, means that we have to convert it into RGB before loading the image. That is, to properly display an OpenCV color images in Matplotlib, we need to first convert the color to RGB. So here I converted the color to RGB, that is BGR to RGB. Let me run the code here. Yeah, it has loaded a color image. So I have taken a variable called image underscore RGB and im.show method is used to show the image. So the axis is on, means it will give the X and Y axis, and show method is used to show the image. Now coming to the case 3. Now, how can I write, that is, how can I save the image? So in order to save the image, we can use OpenCV's imwrite method, which is used to save the image. So after loading the libraries, I have read the image and I will be stored the image in images folder with a name called save.jpg. I will run the code here. So the boolean value true has come. So let me check with the images folder. The image name is save. So the save.jpg seconds ago. So the image was saved. So using IMWrite method, we can save the images. Now coming to the resizing of image, that is, if you want to resize an image for pre-processing, we can use a resize method. So OpenCV's resize method is used to resize the image. We can mention the pixels. So by mentioning the pixels, we can clearly resize the image. So the original image was this and the resized image was this. So using a resize method, we can resize the image. Now coming to the cropping of images, that is, in medical image processing, if you want to crop one particular area which was cancer affected, in such cases the cropping images is very useful. So in order to crop the image, that is, we want to change the dimensions and we want to remove the outer portions of the image, we can use a cropping image, that is a slicing of an array. That is, so here we can perform the slicing operation here. So first I loaded the libraries and I loaded the image. Now using IMRead, I have loaded a brain MRI. Now selecting the first half of the columns and all the rows. So in order to select the first half of the columns and all the rows, I have been passing an array slice. So by slicing the array, we can get a cropped image. Let me run the code here. So the original image was this. Now I want the actual brain as well as the cancer affected part. So I have cutted the portion here, portion only. So in this way, we can get the cropped image. Now coming to blurring the image, that is, if you want to smooth out an image, to blur an image, each pixel is transformed to be an average value of its neighbors. That is, the neighbor and the operation performed are mathematically represented as kernel. So the size of the kernel will determine the amount of blurring. So with the larger kernels, we can produce a smoother images. That is, in order to smooth an image, we have to develop a kernel. So whenever in our mobile phone or whenever in our laptops, we are going to perform the operations on the images like smoothing or blurring. So the internal operation is it is converted into kernel. So here I performed the kernel with passing the values as 5, 5. So for a very blurry image, we can even pass 100, 100. So this is the actual image and this is the smoothened, that is a blurry image. So using a method called blur, we can blur the image. So the remaining methods are same. Using show method, we can show the images. Now, what is a kernel? So kernel in image processing is widely used because for everything from sharpening to edge detection, kernels are widely used in image processing. So the central element in the kernel is the pixel which is going to be examined for every image. So we can manually apply a kernel to an image using a filter 2D method. I will quickly run the code here. This is a normal creation of a kernel. Now for the image which have been taken in the above, I will be applying the kernel here. So the both will give the same output. So applying the kernel using a filter 2D method, we can smooth the image. Now how we sharpen the image? The sharpening of the image is also comes with kernel itself. That is, create a kernel which highlights the target pixel and then apply the filter 2D method. So here I created a kernel with an array of sharpening the image part. So this is the original image and this is the sharpened image. So image with a good clarity where the area of the cancer portion in the brain has affected is clearly mentioned here. That is, using the sharpening images and using that kernel, we can clearly create an array so that the portion will be highlighted. So this is an example of a sharpening the image. And coming to the last one, enhance the contrast of the image. That is, in some cases we have to enhance, that is, increase the contrast between the pixels of an image. So in order to increase the contrast of an image, a histogram equalization is a tool for image processing that can make the objects and shapes stand out. That is, we can select a grayscale image and apply the equalize histogram method in order to increase the contrast of an image. That is, in order to increase the contrast of an image, we can use an histogram equalize method which increases the contrast of an image. So this is the contrast of an image and this is an sharpening and this is applying kernel and this is blurring the images and cropping the image, resizing, now loading the color image and loading the grayscale image. So these are the basic operations in handling the images. In my next session, I will be dealing with how we enhance the contrast of a color image, what is masking the image, and how we remove the backgrounds of the image, which is very important, and how we detect the corners of an image and how the edges are detected, and how to extract the color histogram, and finally how we combine the two images using an image blending. Thank you.